Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and hopefully everybody's enjoying life. And if you don't mind, it's easy to do. Subscribe. Something come to mind, I've lived a good life here. I mean, it's just been beyond what words can describe. And I have no complaints except for one. There's one thing I wish I could do. I'll get to that in a few minutes. First, I got a piece of advice. If you're living in the Philippines or plan on coming to the Philippines, and if you are planning on marriage, the few things you will be necessary. A birth certificate for one thing. If you've been married and you're divorced, you will need your divorce papers. That's two things that is a must. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's very important as far as getting married. And once you get here, you'll have to get what they call capacity to get married, something like that. They got a word capacity legal something like that. And I've got lost for words. It's been too long since I've done mine. A letter of legal capacity, which states that you can legally get married. That's normally has to be notarized at the U.S. Embassy or one of the consulates. Now, it's my understanding there is a way around that now here in the Philippines. You can get it done, but I don't know the legalities of it. So please forgive me because I've not had to get married recently. But what I'm trying to get down to is that once you do get married and you go through all these loopholes, when you get ready to order, at the end of your marriage, it's not over with. After it's not the end of your marriage, but once you get married, it's not the final stamp. Everything has to be sent to Manila, to the PSA, Philippine Statistics Authority. And when you do that, please order 5 copies, because they won't take photocopies of it. One won't be enough. Order 5 copies for future reference. You may want to file for a 13A, which will require 2 of them. One for the probationary period and one for the permanent period. And if your wife applies for a passport, there'll be another one that's required. Now, you got to remember your future wife, all her documentation has to be all original. And that goes along with her birth certificate. If you want to order, I recommend 5 copies of it. But when you do all that, that way down the road, if you decide you want to do travel or whatever, you got everything necessary. Now, I have no regrets in anything I've done here in the Philippines except for one. And it's bothered me throughout the years because I really wanted to do this. And every time I try to set aside and be able to do it, we always have something come up. It's almost like an omen. Same way as Grace's birthday, but this year we did better. I would like, and Grace and I have talked about this off and on through the years, and it's something that she really desires also. And I regret not being able to actually do this for her. She really wanted one of those nice weddings where she wears the gown, had the flower girls and all that. And I often told her, I said, well, if we ever get financially capable, we renew our vows, and you can have that nice wedding. Throughout the years, it's not happened. There's been several things come up. One is building our house, which is priority, and there's been some other expenses that has arisen off and on. And this time around, it's our house renovations. It's not going to be that expensive to renovate our house, but it's going to keep me from doing. Again, I wanted to surprise her and actually do that, renew our vows. And again, it's going to be taken away. Renewing our I hate when I do that. Renovating our house. It's going to cost roughly, I'm just estimating, probably 100,000 pesos to do what we want to do. And that's going to hit us pretty hard. Speaking of that, I ought to do a video. I'm going to try to do a video on when it does start to happen. And I want to point out things you do not want to buy when you're building a house. Things I was unaware of. I wish I paid more attention to some videos online and got educated in that field. Of course, we had to build a house on a very tight budget. And that's another story, which hopefully I get to do. But back to what I'm talking about there. But this would make a memory and make Grace very, very happy, And her sister got to do that, which lives in the United States now. And it kind of the subject still comes up from time to time. So that's the only regret I really have here in the Philippines. Life has been extremely good, beyond imagination, for a poor old hillbilly. But life goes on, and I'm continuing being happy, and she's happy too. Don't get me wrong. It's just something that I really would have liked to have done for her, to give her those memories that the girls here in the Philippines really love. They like that little fancy wedding, with the gowns and all the nice makeup and everything, and the flower girls and the reception, and things of that nature. We had a civil wedding, if you want to know, and we had a simple reception. I was on an extreme budget when we got married. So we checked in on it at the time to do a church wedding, and it was just way beyond what I could reach at that time. But that's life. I can't complain, and she's not complaining. But every now and then the subject does come up, and it's something that she really desires, and that she doesn't stay focused on it and demands it. It's just something that she says, I wish that had happened. And again, that's my only regret. Life is good. And I want to welcome, I seen I had a few more new subscribers. Thank you very, very much. And for those, if you're new, if you don't mind, it's very simple to do. Subscribe. And thank you again. Next time.